best players in the NFL is coming up as we celebrate the latest edition of the Pro Bowl. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
This is a very special presentation of EA Sports and the National Football League as we come to you from the stadium where the legendary coach and our namesake John Madden once paced the sidelines. This is the Coliseum in Oakland, and it will play host to the annual AFC NFC Pro Bowl, part of the Pro Bowl games. The best players in the NFL all on one field as we are underway in this Pro Bowl spectacular. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's not often that we chastise people in a Pro Bowl, but offensive line. Come on now. You got to give him a chance back there. He got clobbered on that play.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC heading out. A lot of stars to choose from over in that conference, but their starter at quarterback, it's Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
In motion left goes Allen. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Here's Jackson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the NFC will take over first and 10. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the NFC on 3rd down. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. Now Purdy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Roquan Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net them a first down, but isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation. Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's his first catch in this, his first Pro Bowl.
And if I were him, I'd keep the football. I know it may seem like a little thing, but as you said, his first Pro Bowl, that's a big announcement to the rest of the league that he's arrived, that he's one of the better players. Keep the football, put it up on the mantle, and celebrate his first Pro Bowl catch. Hopefully there'll be more to come.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The AFC about ready to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
To throw is Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. Chris Jones of the Chiefs there for the AFC tackle. It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Purdy. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Purdy. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Back to throw, Purdy. Touchdown! A.J. Brown from 6 yards away. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back out is the AFC offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Jackson now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the AFC has broken this tie. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Shotgun now with Purdy. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Purdy. Pass complete there to Nakua. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And they will take over first and 10. The AFC's offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The offense for the AFC set to go now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A run with Mostert up the middle. Down inside the 40.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. We pause for an injury here. It looks like it's Keenan Allen who's in some pain down there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run with Mostert off the option. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Arizona's Budda Baker with the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now it's Jackson. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Travis Kelce from 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The offense for the NFC back out there. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The numbers for the NFC on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Forced it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 56 yards rushing for him now in this first half of the Pro Bowl.
Talk about controlling the football and controlling a drive. And with runs like that, they'll continue to do exactly that.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Lamar Jackson and the offense heading back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Hill going to go in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now a 3rd and 6. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
But that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Purdy now to throw. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing here, Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a 1st down.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Now a 2nd and 6. Purdy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Being chased out left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
And let's face it, you could put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, They've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That play ended for a net loss by Jesse Bates.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
To throw is Jackson. Caught. Kelsey, left side. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Still going. And touchdown. Jamar Chase. 65 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The NFC's offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 80 yards for him on the ground as he has been a bright spot for this NFC offense. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Here's Purdy. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. George Kittle from 3 yards out. And the NFC able to cut into that lead. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Aubrey now for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The AFC's offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Jackson now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Purdy. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the NFC. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable here from the 38. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. The AFC offense making their way back out. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
17 yards on the pickup, and it'll give them a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now it's Jackson. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Jamar Chase with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The NFC's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Purdy. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. Operating from the gun. Purdy. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Buying time to his... And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Brock Purdy. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the NFC able to get a bit closer.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The AFC's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now it's Jackson. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's Hill, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And Jackson throwing once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play action. It's Jackson. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Lamar Jackson A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Purdy looking to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's NFC football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Now 2nd and 5. Purdy now to throw. Left side to Lamb. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing here, Purdy. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this is caught by Evans. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He's going to use his legs here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This likely a must-have, third and goal. Williams. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out is the AFC offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second down and 8. In motion, Hill. Jackson now. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A run with Mostert up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Here's Jackson. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They go play action with Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aiden Hutchinson drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Purdy. It's complete to Brown, right side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Purdy from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 90 yards rushing for him now as he continues to lead the way for the AFC. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Bobby Wagner of Seattle, he'll get credited for the tackle. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Mostert trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities. And he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Third and goal, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Purdy. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Purdy now to throw. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Purdy will look to throw again here. Connects with Kittle underneath. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And throwing here, Purdy.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Second and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Second and goal from the 1. Purdy. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. Third and goal. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC, since they won the game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.